This next trend might scare some of us. It is kind of the opposite of what we've been used to over the past couple of years. We're going from, I guess it's more of like a reaction to all of the oversized and baggy, which I have to say is still a current trend. It's just kind of dividing and becoming more exaggerated. So while there is oversized, loose, baggy kind of styles coming out, this trend we're about to talk about is more body conscious, body positive, very form-fitting, kind of head to toe looks. So that's why it might be a little bit scary, but trust me that there are some trends in here that are gonna be incredibly flattering for all body shapes. Let's start. So instead of doing sweatsuits like we talked about with the bold color and the happy, joyful sweaters, we're kind of going more towards these bodysuits, which are fitted, longer pants, and kind of fitted almost crew neck or turtleneck long sleeve t-shirts. So this combo is by Cotton Citizen, and what's great about this and the reason why I pulled it is because it is a rib knit. So we've seen knits in the past from past spring, but this rib knit is going to kind of hug while still moving with our body, so it's able to accommodate lots of curves in. It's also high-waisted, so it's gonna nip us in the right spot. This trend does not really encourage ruching. So ruching is not a lot, like that trick of being able to ruche around our bodies to be able to kind of hide our problem areas. That's gonna be out the window with this trend. So before you fast forward through this trend to the next one, let me just talk about how we're going to replace the ruching. So most of the stuff you see on the rack are very highly printed, and that's gonna help camouflage our problem areas so that we're able to wear this trend. Now, with that said, not all of us are going to pull the trigger on this head to toe look, but I'm going to show you how you can still have a nod to this trend and be comfortable in your own body. So I do like this Cotton Citizen. It's 100% cotton, it's ribbed. And for those of us who are willing to try the head to toe trend, this I think is a perfect combination of casual and dressy. We could style this back to that same Prada bag we used in the sweater video, which I love to do that pattern mixing so we can kind of hit at both trends. Or we could do it back to a beautiful, fun, sparkly bag and some really amazing heels for like a dinner look. So this is really gonna be able to flex in and out of our like dressy to casual lifestyle. Transparency is also part of this trend, but we'll talk about that in a minute. A way that we're gonna be able to do this in our day-to-day lives a little bit easier would be, instead of doing head to toe look, to do one piece that's incredibly fitted and style it back to a baggier piece. So I'm loving this turtleneck, and this is a new designer for me. This is Marine Cerie, French designer, very like second skin kind of vibes, but again, overly printed, so it's gonna be camouflage any like nips from our bra that we wanna hide. This I would tuck into a higher waisted plaid trouser or a higher waisted black leather pant or even a skirt, and that will give us that printed second skin kind of look without being so exposed to the world, okay? I also like this Pleats by Issey Miyake piece because this is like really able to flex with us. So it gives us that second skin look without being so constricting. So if those two turtleneck looks were like a little not your vibe, this is gonna be able to give you that same kind of vibe, okay? And I really encourage you to wear these pieces showing your waist. So I want to see it with high-waisted pieces, cinching the waist, belted, and that way you're able to like not lose your figure amongst all of this print, okay? This is a piece that I decided to show kind of tucked into these guys to give you an idea of the look. So this like high-waisted little mini skirt would be great, but I love it back to dressier kind of vibe. So like this, not wax, but like shiny leather or pleather would be amazing back to this turtleneck. So I mentioned that transparency is part of this trend, and it is so much fun to play with. This is a piece by, again, Naked Wardrobe. These pants, as you can tell, are like perfectly transparent, which are kind of scary, I know, but I'm gonna kind of talk to you about how to wear it, and I'm gonna show you other pieces that are transparent as well to be able to kind of like hint back to real life kind of wear instead of being more dramatic. So this piece, the pant could be worn as like a bathing suit cover up and be like an easy spring kind of trend, but the way they're styling it is with this little same transparent dress over top. So what this does, which is kind of crazy, is it allows us to get coverage in those areas that we need coverage, and then still have transparency on our upper and our lower legs, which is like amazing. So this almost acts as like your slip in the trend. I really like this vibe For evening, I just think it's like amazing. Like Megan Fox did some really great looks for, not the Met Gala, but for the VMAs. And lots of people have been wearing transparency, but like exaggerated transparency. And this would be a wonderful hint at that. I love this Cult Gaia bag back to it. And again, we could do it back to the same transparent boot, or we could do it back to this boot, which would be amazing with the little architectural heel, the second skin, that could go right up into that leg. So if you're in colder climates and you want to wear this for an evening look, this would give you the coverage, but it'd also be a really interesting play on the transparency because you can see through it. So it gives you that kind of layer, that little hint of that. Don't be afraid of this. I know it is scary, but I think for some of us, this would be a really fun way for us to play with sexier pieces in the fall weather. I also love this top back to jeans, or even as a mini dress, honestly. All you have to do is get a little slip to go underneath it. So, talking about transparency, this is a Jonathan Simkhai lace bodysuit that I've paired back to a little matching bralette. This could be another way for you to be able to do this crazy print, this crazy transparency in a more subtle way. This could be back to that same little pleather skirt, which would be so cute, or back to like more of a relaxed denim, or back to maybe a tuxedo pant you've had in your closet for a while, underneath a blazer, just hinting at the transparency. You don't have to showcase your whole figure, but having that layer will give you that current vibe that you're like kind of going for. And if all of these pieces are a little bit too girly for you, like too body conscious, you can still kind of attempt to do this trend with some more masculine or like menswear inspired looks. I'm kind of obsessed with this oversized nightshirt. This is by Topshop, so it's very affordable. And this could actually be like a fun little dress if you wore a Spanx slip or a little slip skirt under, or a slip dress underneath it. Or we could tie this in a knot and wear it back to like jeans, or tuck this into that same little mini skirt. So we don't always have to be in such body conscious pieces. This trend kind of goes into the body conscious, or the second skin trend goes into the transparency, but transparency doesn't solely live in fitted tops, okay? So I'm really loving this. I also feel like with this second skin vibe, we're seeing a lot more long fitted maxis and midi skirts or dresses. So, and in prints as well. And the prints, now you understand the reason why the prints are there is because they want to kind of camouflage our body. We don't want to just be all in one color. It's a little bit easier. So this piece would be amazing back to jean jacket and a pair of boots, like the boots I'm wearing look great with it, but could also be back to like heels at the same transparent little heel if you wanted to, and paired back to some more fun, energetic pieces here. And what's fun with the second skin vibe is that you can do bolder, kind of crazier accessories without it overwhelming your figure. So that one sweater trend that we were talking about with all the color and the print, lots of pieces are really oversized. So every accessory that we decided to style with it needed to be a little more tailored and trimmed. With this trend, you could be as loud or as big as you wanted to. So your shoes can be really chunky and crazy. You could have a lot more fun with that style. Another kind of sister trend to this overarching transparent and second skin trend is our cutouts. So we've seen a lot of cutouts over the past couple seasons, but they're getting really dramatic this year, and you're gonna see them in your jeans, in cashmere sweaters, like kind of across the board. Even in shoes, there's a lot of laser cutting. I decided to show you in just a couple different dresses. This is like how we're imagining the cutouts. This is a backless kind of peekaboo dress, okay? Now, if you're afraid of showing a little skin, lots of these trends could be on your cutout on your shoulder, or cut out a little bit lower, like laser cutting. So you don't always have to show a midriff or an open back, but you are gonna see a lot of pieces like this, okay? I encourage you to do something again in a bold print, because I think that it makes the cutouts a little bit more subtle and not as noticeable. And what I like about this is that we could do the same dress back to black for like an evening look, or have a little more fun, or we could do it back to brighter colors and a sneaker, and this could be like a really fun like day look for you, depending upon what your lifestyle is. So I like the versatility of the bold prints. But again, if you want to fully attack this trend, you can also do it in more of a neutral, and this can make everything, that all of your accessories pop and really have the cutout be the standout notion. All right? I don't want to just flash this bag at you, so I'm going to show this to you again. Like, I love that there we could do the trends and accessories, not just in head to toe clothing. So if the transparency is not in your near future, this little tote by Prada is super lightweight, has a fun little textured polka dots, which means that you could probably wear it through spring as well. It would be a wonderful kind of like applaud to that trend, which I love. This Prada bag is fantastic. It has a little crossbody strap attached. I also want to flash these same transparent green shoes at you. This would be another really fun way for you to hint at that sexy, girly, transparent vibe if what you're gonna be wearing is sweaters and jeans and not body conscious full length. But don't be afraid and don't think that it's not for you. Like, really kind of play with it. And I would start, if you're nervous about this, I would start with a top, like one piece, a top or a bottom, and inject it into your closet and see how it works. So this naked wardrobe pant, which I feel like is like very over the top and fun, would be really easy back to like an oversized black sweater if you wanted to. And the price point is $58 and it's washable. Worst case scenario is you end up wearing these as amazing, you know, pool pants, or like for summer you could wear them over your black one-piece bathing suit. Best case scenario is your friends think you look amazing going out to dinner one night when you decide that you're gonna rock that. So have fun, play with these ideas, and I love that all of these can kind of go into our spring season as well.